Hello and welcome to this week's Cari Connects. I am Psychic Medium Cari Mugz, and each week I pull a card from a deck to let you know what's coming up for the week and the signs and symbols to watch for. So if you're listening to this on my Spunky Spirit podcast, you can watch it on my Instagram, my YouTube, or my TikTok at Cari Mugz, and my Facebook page is Spunky Spirit. So you can watch it all there to see the cards and see what they look like. Now, as always, if you're listening to this, it's most likely for you, but always take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. So this week, first I gotta say, last week's card was crazy. I have to tell you, most of you that know, I was at Phenomenon this last weekend, and my granddaughter Nellie was born, and it was the best. So many blessings, so many things. You can hear all about it on my podcast that I'm going to post tomorrow, Spunky Spirit Podcast. But I do want to say that I did see so many gateway signs last week during all these miracles. I saw Gateway Express gas station. I saw Gateway there was a sign on the truck that said Gateway, Gateway, gas lighting company. Anyway, so many gateways and so many nines and so many of those mountains. And so it was perfect. It was so crazy. And it was a big reminder to me that Spirit is really with us all the time. Even though I do these Cari Connects and I do see the signs, this one was a magical week. It was a super magical week. It was crazy. And it wasn't just the grandbaby that was born. I mean, last week was a magical week. It wasn't just that the grandbaby was born. My grandbaby that was born last Wednesday has teratology of Fallot, which she's going to have. It's a heart defect. She's going to have surgery, probably 3 to 6 months, open heart surgery. But the great thing is that she was born without having to have immediate surgery. So we're just going to kind of watch it and see how it goes. But everything, it couldn't have been a better birth or in better health with. It's just the best case scenario of a bad situation is what I always like to say. And I had many spirits visit during this week. So crazy. You'll have to listen to the podcast to know. But this week we're going to use the energy of the Spirit Oracle. And it is by Sandra Ann Taylor. It's a beautiful deck. On the back of each card is like almost the geometrical star, life, the flower of life, and or kind of a jellyfish kind of thing with beautiful, like, I think these are like angels on the edge, and then each card is very, very awesomely illustrated. So let's see what's gonna happen this week. Okay, so this one's kind of cool. This is about your animal totem. So we all have spiritual guides. We have our main guide. We can have a joy guide. We can have a healer guide. We can have a protector guide. We can have our angels, but our guides, we can also have animal guides, and our totem guides is what they're called. So these guides, these animals can change throughout our life. The only guide that can't change is your main guide. Your main guide sticks with you for life. Your main guide can't be somebody who lived on earth with you. Now, if your grandma has passed or your parents have passed, they can help guide and direct you, but they are not your main guide. Your main guide is somebody that you have a special connection to on the spiritual side that are here helping you now. So this week, I want you're going to really kind of tap into your animal guide. Your animal guide is going to help direct you and guide you. If you don't know what your animal guide is, then ask. And the animal that you see the most this week, animals can be signs too, just know that. But the animal that you see the most this week will probably be the one that's connected to you the most, or the one that you feel is connected to the most. So your animal guide is going to be showing up a lot for you this week, probably because last week was a special miracle week, and the week before we talked about community. And so Spirit really wants you to realize that your animal guide, your animal totem is with you a lot. And so my main guide can also come to as an owl, a white owl. That's why I have a logo of an owl. That's why I love owls. It's not a white owl, but my main guide can come through symbolic as a white owl, which is crazy because there's a white owl right there. So, and also too, like even last week when some of the signs, when all the babies in the NICU had different animals that were connected to. One was a giraffe, one was a baby seal. It's so cool that animals can be so symbolic and help us in so many ways. And so obviously your animal and energy powers. I want this week is going to be, it's kind of hard because this doesn't really say what's going to happen for the week, and I like to say what's going to happen in the signs and symbols to watch for, but this is the week that you're going to be close. An animal can come into your life, or an animal may leave your life this week, or you may feel very connected to an animal this week, or some spirit may be using an animal as a sign and a symbol for you. So if you are going through something, or you are trying to get answers for something, maybe spirit's going to come to you in an animal sort of fashion. So if you already know what your animal guide is, or what animal you're connected to right now, because your animal guides can change. I feel very connected to different animals at different times in my life. Then just kind of be aware of what kind of signs your guides are giving you in an animal form, because an animal can be one of your guides. Like I said, my main guide comes through as an owl sometimes. So I think that's actually a hawk, because there's an owl right there. It's actually a white owl. So this week, watch for changes, watch for spiritual guides, watch for answers through any kind of thing that you're going through this week. Watch for the answers in animals. See if you see a lot of animals. That's what Spirit's letting you know that they're around you. And also too, when you ask for help, or when you ask your guides for help, don't say, show me the right way, show me this way. You've got to make your own decision. This is really hard for our guides, because they cannot make decisions for us. So if we're like, show us what's next, my guides are like, no, you figure out what's next, and we will help you go in that direction. So if you want the blue shirt or the red shirt, you can't say, help me choose which one. They can kind of guide you into the way that might be easiest, but whether or not you pick the red shirt or the blue shirt, you're still going to, your purpose is still your purpose. So the red shirt will just make it easier, or the blue shirt you might learn more lessons. So you need to choose. You need to say, okay, I'm going to go this route with the red shirt. And then your guides will be like, let's go, let's do it, let's go. And they'll be 100% behind you. If you choose the blue shirt, they might be like, the red shirt might be a better option, but if you want to go this way, we're going to help you, and we're 100% behind you. So sometimes you got to make your own decisions. You can't sit on the fence and have Spirit be like, Spirit can drop opportunities to you to let you know the red shirt might be a better option for you. But honestly, this is your journey. This is what you wanted to do. This is your journey. This is your decision. And I know that's kind of so hard to accept sometimes, because we think when things happen, and I'm not saying that you cause things to happen. You don't cause your sickness. That's not what I'm saying, because that's like a whole new subject with guilt and like all of that stuff. But Spirit is guiding you in the right direction, or can guide you in the right direction, or help you with your decisions that you've decided to do. And sometimes some of their answers to that is through animals, and your animal guides totally help you. So if you start to see the same animal a lot, and this doesn't mean in real life, you can see them when you scroll, then it can be both. Then you start to realize maybe that is so like my daughter, she really felt like swan was hers. And then for a while it was. But then she started seeing bears everywhere, and she realized at that point that right now her spirit animal was a bear. So you can have different ones throughout your life. So watch this week for animals, and what animal one is. So that's kind of an assignment this week too, is which one is your animal guide? Which one is your significant animal guide right now? And when you're asking questions, or when you're asking for guidance, see what animal comes through for you the most, and then Google what the meaning is. That's why dragonfly is kind of a big deal for me too. So Google what the meaning is, see what that is. So the signs and symbols to watch for obviously are any animals. Any types of animals that you see are going to be a big sign and symbol. And any kind of forest or trees, or even like oceans, because there's whales and sea otters. All those can be animal guides too. And even insects. Ants are huge. Ants were a huge sign for me when I was moving from one building to the other. I kept thinking, am I doing the right thing? And when I was moving my space, and ants showed up all the time, and ants were symbolic for moving forward, working hard. And so just kind of watch and see if some of the signs and symbols that whatever you're going through, whatever you need answers for, watch for the answers for that through animals, and then Google and see what the animal means. So animals, I would even say, you know, this lady, I guess if you see like a lady with a long kind of veil type thing would be a sign. And the numbers are 222 and 777, which is so cool because 222 means your guides are telling you you're going in the right direction, and 777 means your guides are cheering you on. So those are perfect for this week. I love this. It's awesome. So there you go. Kind of, and tell me if you see animals this week. Come back here in the comments or DM me and tell me what animals are that you see, or what animal is. Save this, Cari Connects, and then come back and tell me, DM or make a message of what animals you've seen, because everybody loves to read it. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you next week.